Interesting headline from the Daily Mail after the Maine shooter was found dead. It was my speculation last week that that's why they couldn't find it, because he's already dead. You know, he went off and committed suicide or whatever. But he was found in the woods with 2 gunshot wounds to his head.
Sources say.
Two gunshot wounds to his head.
Okay.
Suicide.
So they took that headline down, and then they said that he was found, what was it, dead in a dumpster at a recycling facility.
Oh, it wasn't in the woods
apparently
then.
Committed suicide.
Well, that's an easy mistake to make.
2 shots to the head in the woods, or 1 shot at a recycling center.
Yeah, I mean, which one is it? I don't know. They both look the same.
You know, when you're
except for the trees.
Yeah.
You know, other than the trees and the extra bullet hole.
It's very similar.
Very similar situation.
See,
there.
This is what happens when your government handler, your MK Ultra handler, tracks you down first.
So weird. Wow, is that bizarre?
Isn't it, though?
Yeah, that is bizarre. But at least
how do you get that
he's
wrong?
Not at large. I don't know how you get it wrong. There's no way to get that wrong. It was either a dumpster with 1 shot, or the woods with 2. You can't really confuse that. How do you get it that freaking wrong?
And if you're writing that headline and writing up that story for the Daily Mail, that's not like, oh, it was a typo. Sorry, I typed woods instead of dumpster and recycling center. Oh, I'm sorry, it was a typo.
They're not
I
close.
typed 2 shots to the head instead of 1.
They are not close. It's like Vince Foster shot himself in the head 2 or 3 times and then dragged himself across the street and dumped himself in the park. That's not a suicide when that happens. Of course, that's not exactly how it went but that's the perception of the Vince Foster situation.
Oh, by the way, we need to do some housekeeping on something we reported on Friday. Remember, we talked about there was reports that Mark Meadows had worn a wire as chief of staff for Donald Trump, and Ryan Fournier had posted something like that on Twitter. Well, he posted an update. He said, yesterday I put up a tweet alleging that Mark Meadows wore a wire in the White House during the last stretch. I've spoke with some of my sources again, and now it seems that information was wrong and incorrect. In fact, 2 of them retracted their statements on the matter entirely. I apologize for putting something out there without being 100% accurate. That's on me, and I'll do better next time. I also apologize to Congressman Meadows and his staff for having to field questions on this issue. There seems to be some dark forces behind the scenes trying to get Meadows, and to me that's very problematic, especially when it seems it's being sent through grapevine, blah, blah, blah. But he said that he revealed his source on this, which was it was a congressman. Representative Mark Walker is the original source for these claims. So I don't know. There you go. Just wanted to clear that up since we reported that as well. I don't know.
Based on their report, of course.
Yes. So interesting, whatever misinformation game is being played. But something like the 2 gunshots to the head in the woods and 1 gunshot in the recycling center, I don't even know how that even...
It's inconceivable how that happens. I don't understand it.
Very strange.
The other thing about that is, apparently the police across Maine were alerted last month to veiled threats by this man, the Army reservist, who went on to carry out the worst mass shooting in the state's history. 2 local law enforcement chiefs told the AP that a statewide awareness alert was sent in mid-September to be on the lookout for him after the firearms instructor made threats against his base and fellow soldiers. But after stepped-up patrols of the base and a visit to his home, neither of which turned up any sign of him, they moved on. What are you supposed to do if we know about him, and that's almost always the case? Yeah, we knew we had a watch on him. We were checking him out because he was suspicious and nuts, and he'd made threats in the past. Okay, how does that fail us every time? Every single time. It does go to show that we do have rights, and you can't do future crimes arrests. You can't make an arrest based on what you think this guy is going to do, can you? I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to stop it. But time after time after time, we see this. Yeah, we knew about him. Authorities knew about him. The FBI was watching him. Yeah, he's crazy. He was in an institution for 2 weeks, and then we let him go. Huh. Okay, well, Maybe, I guess, more laws would do the trick. Maybe make it extra illegal to give a man like this firearms or allow him access to them. How illegal can you make it? Super duper Doppler illegal?